Good morning, guys. So, Jana, I went on a little later to see your live and you were getting off. I was like, what? You were like 8 minutes in and I was trying to write to you and then I was like, oh no. Well, let me clean this camera. I am not with it today, y'all. Oh, how are you today, Amy? Anytime Grandma gets sick, my day is just taken. And I'm, you know, yeah. Y'all just, Amy's a wasn't able to really, Amy, you got sound and mic problems. I wasn't able to get on. I didn't have the internet connection to stay on, but so I wasn't able to get on, but then your mic started working, right? You know what? That's smart. Go back on. Yeah, I wish I was still in bed. Y'all can hear me, right? I am still congested. I don't know. There you go. See, a lot of times when I'm live, especially like the first 2 weeks I went live, and I think I'm still in the end of the 2 weeks, I hardly had anybody, like at all. I didn't have anybody. My hair, look at this, y'all. My hair is nasty. But anyways, I went and sweated at the gym yesterday, and it just is. But dang, the hearts! I love the hearts. It's a vibe. It is. Hi, Thomas. Leave it into your imagination. Do you think it's pink? I'm good. How are you, Zach? We're still leaving it up to the imagination. Good morning. It's a vibe. I love it. It's a vibe. You know what? I'm a vibe too, you know? I am. I'm a little ugh right now. I'm kind of feeling oh, hey Jose. No, imagination, imagination, imagination. It could be whatever color. Thanks, Zach. You know what? You gotta have good energy. If you don't have good energy, sometimes things are just like, Michigan. From the state that is surrounded by water and mosquitoes. No, I'm kidding. Not really, kinda. Did anyone see the Northern Lights last night or the day before that? Did anyone see the Northern Lights? I have to know because the Northern Lights, I want to see them, but I could not wake up nor stay awake, so I slept like a rock. We had a solar storm. Like, oh, you're a Georgia boy? Oh, that's fun. What part of Georgia? I've never been to Georgia, but a friend of mine lives in Georgia, and he sends me pictures all the time. That place is beautiful. Oh, you didn't see the lights? How'd you? Your name is It's a Vibe. Oh, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Here. Oh, that's so funny. I forgot what the place, but he's right like by some. Do you see mountains a lot where you're at in Georgia? Oh, hi, Sam Gloves. I do have gloves. I said it was a good vibe. I got that off of you. I got it's a good vibe. Oh, you never see the mountains? Oh. He must live somewhere else in Georgia. I thought he lived near Atlanta. Sorry, guys. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I get all these scam calls that are just like, Aw, thank you. I feel fat today. I'm having a fat week because my face. Because I had a sinus infection I was struggling with, so I'm so fat right here. We have good vibes. I am 38 years old. So it kind of fits, don't it? You know, you're 36 and I'm 38. Dance party! Right? It is a dance party. Have y'all ever heard of this? His name is Abel Hart. I know. I know. What are you talking? In my heart, I am still very, very young. My body might be on a different level, but I'm young. I'm very young at heart. Very young. Yeah, I know. Time just flies. I know. That's what I told my daughter. I said, you're graduating 8th grade, you're going to blink and you're going to be having kids at 30, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're a millennial, right? Like I am, being in your 30s. I think that would make you a millennial. This person, his name is Abel Hart, and he makes music in different frequencies. Um, the frequencies can attract stuff, and I just like the vibe of it. My heart's young, too. My heart's young. How are you this morning, Zach? Yeah, yeah. We all gotta, you know, you're only as old as you feel. So that I have friends who are older, and I'm like, you're not. Like, I'm too old to wear this. I'm too old to do this, and blah 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 blah. No, do what you want. I know it. You know, I think about people who say that, you know, 40's old, and I'm like, well, is it? Is it really? If you live to 100, is 40 really old? No. I say we move the new age of old, or the new age of not wanting to turn. Like, people are like, oh, you're over the hill at 40 or whatever. It's all downhill. And it's like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. 60's the new over the hill. Not even 50. We're going to go right over 50. Exactly. I love that you're awesome too. That's all we have in life. We have our happiness. Actually, I think we have memories and happiness, and I think that's the whole point of life, is just to experience as much as we can through this life and make as many memories and be as happy as we possibly can. If you're happy, nothing's impossible, you know? Yes, thank you. Thank you. We're not over the hill at 40. No, no, no. 68ish is even better. I love that one. I love that. I try to be positive because that's all we got, right? You can have a bad day, but don't dwell on it, because if you dwell on it too long, it might take you the history. I agree. 68ish is old. That's where the new line should be. 68. Yeah, my grandma's 95 years old. That's why I said 40. Looking at my grandmother who's 95, 40's nothing. 95, 80 to 90s. Yeah. But yeah, 68 is a bit older. But y'all should check out Abel Hart. I'm not even like, I just enjoy the. Yeah, they do. You know, I am the most wonderful cup of sunshine tea that you will ever meet, except if you're mean. And then I turn into this big bully that nobody wants around. I love it. I love that. You know what? I'm stealing that. And you know what? We're going to keep pushing it off. You're absolutely right. When we get to 68, 68 ain't old. 80's old. You're exactly right on that. I am brewing it now. I'm a little bit of a weirdo, so I use French press, put the coffee grounds in here, and then I put too much water maybe. I fill it up to here, and I boil it in glass. Somebody made fun of me one time. They were like, this should be a Pyrex commercial. Glass, 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 and more glass, because I use a lot of glass stuff. So, yeah. 1 second. I'm actually going to dump the old grounds out and put new grounds in. And you're exactly right. That is a very important question that I should have had a cup of coffee already. They say not to have here. Yeah. So I was buying my coffee a lot from like places that you shouldn't be buying coffee from, that charge you an arm and a leg. First, I was spending too much money, and two, the sugar and the other crap that's in the coffee that should not be in the coffee. Do you know Starbucks has black mold in every single cup of coffee? Every single cup of coffee you get from Starbucks, just know you're drinking black mold. It is very insane. So I was like, you know what? I can spend a decent amount of money and get way better coffee. And actually, I spend, yeah, black mold in Starbucks coffee every bit. I actually, Folgers, was it Maxwell? All those have mold in them. And especially Starbucks coffee is not good. I agree with you. It really should. You know what? You're right. Because if you go to have Starbucks, it is a dessert. It really is. It should not be a morning cup of coffee. I agree. I agree with you. Have you seen it's called Black Gold. You can watch it free on YouTube. It's a documentary that came out years and years ago. I watched it about 10 years ago. It'll really wake you up to the coffee industry. Like, these people are so poor and poverty stricken, and Starbucks comes in and pays them bare minimum. Y'all know they even have a huge coffee convention every year where these farmers come and they try to plead with these people saying, please pay us more. We can't afford basic stuff. We can't even afford to feed our families. Please pay us right. So, yeah. Hey, Jim! How are you this morning? We are talking about coffee. Yeah, I know. Probably the dirt crap sugar too, not even actual sugar. Yeah. And it's where, you know what? That's cheap for a cup of coffee. It's like $9 here for a cup. How are you this morning? Coffee's too damn, that is a multi-million-dollar industry. But you know what? Those farmers did something good for themselves. I am not for drugs at all. Not saying that at all. Nothing. No. I'm saying they found a way to make a profit. So they took their what do you call it? Sorry guys. They started growing, what is that? Coca plants. Ooh, get your sweat, Jim. Get your sweat. I was there last night. Are you a morning workout person or an evening workout person? Yeah. So I grind my coffee too. Grind it in my little grinder. I did that before I turned on my camera because I didn't think anybody would like that. I know. I know, and it's not supposed to be either. I make a big cup, and that's what I have all day. It's not what I have mine. And then I let it sit for 5 minutes. Sometimes 4, but sometimes 5. Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much, Zach. Yay! I love that. Thank you. I appreciate the sub. As a small time content creator, I really, really do appreciate that. I really do. I'll have a vet. Do you have a dog? Or I guess More animals go to just vets than dogs, I'm sorry. Or a cup. If you'll have a cup, I will definitely pour you one. Ooh. You know, I tried experimenting with like lattes and like the different, like a caramel macchiato is one of my favorite things from Starbucks. 2 teaspoons of sugar. Well, honey. I use honey, but still, it's sugar. Um, and I use regular organic creamer right now. I found a really cool creamer that I like. No, Jim. No, 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 no. No. See, that's the thing we're talking about. Is Starbucks doesn't pay their people right. And it's a dessert. It's too expensive. It's too expensive for me. We're not going to even lie here. It's too expensive for me. Not that I don't have the money to spend on it. Well, you don't have the money. This is my thought process. You don't have the money unless you have savings, your stocks and bonds where you want them to be, your budget completely structured to where your money is working for you. Then I'll have money for Starbucks. Oh, well then that's good, huh? See, well, thank you for your service. I've heard actually, and elaborate if this is a thing, vibe. So my sister's in the military. My brother was in the army. My dad was in the military, and after they had eating issues after. I better stop. Don't tell anybody, vibe. It's just us in here. I know, right? But I think the army or the military, I don't know if it's stress or what is with the military and people having stomach issues and irritable bowel syndrome. Is it the stress or is it yeah, definitely. Everyone thank Vibe for his service because serving your country, especially sometimes the government that we have is not very fair to the military. So, yeah. They use military as pawns in wars, and it's really sick. Military brat, and I've dealt with a lot of military family stuff that happened. Like my sister just got back from. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that does make sense. My brother served in Afghanistan too. That's rough. Um, you know what? My brother ended up with Crohn's disease after the military. Isn't that weird? It's supposed to be genetically. Hello. I have a house phone. And it's a scammer. They call a lot. Now my age is showing, ain't it? Yeah, it's really, but Crohn's is supposed to be genetics. We have no one in our family that's genetically like that. Mufasa! I do remember you, Mufasa. I subbed to your channel. Oh, does anyone in my chat room have a channel they want me to subscribe to? I will happily subscribe to it. We need to support one another. I have AOL, but I'm not. I know the house phone really gave me away, didn't it? It really did. But I have my big cup of honey. I use this as allergy medicine. I know. I probably shouldn't eat this much honey, but just to be fair, I'm sharing. Sharing is caring. My pager number is, are you ready? No, okay. If I had a pager, do they even make pagers anymore? Yeah, my age is showing, ain't it? There's a lot of honey. I know. It would be funny, though, if I did have one. That would be hilarious. And thank you for mentioning the coffee, because I forgot it about again. I get too excited, y'all. I am! With love. With love, guys. I was having a hard day this morning. My grandmother got diagnosed with pneumonia yesterday. She's 95. She just got a pacemaker put in. It is. Hey, Selfish! How are you today? How's your ankle? That's important. So Selfish rolled down the steps like a graceful boulder and rolled his ankle. And I had to throw that boulder in. Anytime I see your name now, I'm like, he's a boulder. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I thought that was funny. Right? So she was born in the 1930s, grew up on a farm. Thank you. She's still sleeping though right now, but she's just had, you have basically like 4 lungs that, you know, basically 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and her entire bottom lung is filled, so she only has her top lungs right here that are free. But she beat congestive heart failure. She's beat every odd that's happened, and she's strong. She goes to the dentist. Let's put this into perspective. She goes to the dentist, and when she gets her teeth worked on, she gets no numbing, no Novocaine, nothing. She got an entire root canal done in her mouth and was like, I don't need anything. Just do what you need to do and get it done. Getting Oh. I was going to say, I'm having a little trouble getting through that. Double pneumonia and COVID. Jesus. I know. Woo! Truck fix. Work truck fix. Hell yeah. Progress. Now we just got to get you fixed. That's important. Because who cares if the truck's fixed if you aren't fixed and you can't work it? That's what matters. 1930 so strong. You know, she can tell you where she was when World War II ended, how it worked with the green stamps, where you had this booklet and you were only allowed to purchase certain things for the week. Her dad died when she was 6 years old. She still has the paperwork. Her mother got taken to court because back then women didn't have rights and they were seen like children. So they couldn't keep their family farm because her father died. He had appendicitis and died as like very suddenly, and they had to literally go to court because they said she had to prove her competency. So they proved that she wasn't competent enough to own the farm. So what did they do? They gave it to her 10-year-old brother. And they said he, at 10 years old, was more competent than her. Whether she was competent or not, this woman, my grandmother's mother, that was a tough lady. That one lady you don't even look at. She, you know. There, a lot clearer. Yeah, you know, in America, we kind of freaked up our food system. Hell yeah. Get your foot up. Hell yeah, you get paid to sit. I'd love that. Well, while your truck's getting fixed, obviously. Wait, I gotta get my creamer, guys. Yeah, that's, I'm actually, y'all, maybe y'all could help with this. So I'm having a conversation with someone who's on the keto diet, um, nutritional biochemist, and I'm kind of one of those people that I don't believe any of the science. The science has been bought and paid for too freaking long. So the kidneys filter their high pressure filtration system. So when you eat protein, there's a waste produced. It's called protein waste byproduct, and your kidneys have to filter that out. And my thought was if you lessen the protein and increase your fiber, your kidneys would heal. I know this because I got my grandmother out of stage 4 kidney failure, and she's in stage 3A kidney failure now, which is a huge thing, especially at 95 years old. Um, Aw, I am. I am. Lady was a tough lady. Right? She was, y'all are brothers, you know? Yeah, but when his thought was he has kidney disease, but his kidney disease is where he has cysts that grow all over the kidneys, and the kidneys can no longer filter. So he used the carnivore diet to kind of burn those cysts off, and it worked great for him. And I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, I don't think you understand fully. I don't think you understand fully. I said, what happens to the protein you ingest that if your kidneys are not filtering it out, what happens to the protein waste? And I'm like, you know what? That's very smart because you have that actually will make you live till you're like 100. The How do I put this? Do you think we need all the food that we eat, or do you think it's an addiction? There's a lot of tribes in Africa and overseas that only eat once every 3 to 4 days, and their bodies are in optimal running condition. Like they can go run after a lion to, kill it. I think, and I don't believe in diets. That's my thing. This guy's touting this carnivore diet, and I'm like, dude, are you eating meat that's full of chemicals to make it look red? Or are you eating organic, naturally grass fed meat that's not full and pumped full of heavy metals and toxins and chemicals? I said, I just believe in eating real food, whether it's fiber, protein. Eat your veggies as long as they're real. Eat your fruit as long as it's real. Eat your protein as long as it's real. I love that. I fast monthly too. Only one meal. See, I don't see. I'm addicted, I think, to food because the one meal a day is great. I usually fast for 3 days once a month, and you know, everybody's got a different opinion on how you should eat vegetables. So traditional Chinese medicine says that like salads and raw vegetables, they steal your chi. Chi, like your life force, like it steals your life force from you. So you only want to eat slightly warmed foods and you have to cook them down. Well, like asparagus, if you eat asparagus raw, your pee won't smell. If you cook asparagus, your pee smells because one magnesium atom gets lost and it's replaced with a hydrogen molecule. That's what makes your pee smell. However, again, one, you're getting different vitamins from being raw and cooked, but you're still getting both. You need both of those. I don't know. I do like to eat. Yeah, you know what? I eat a lot of raw vegetables too. And then a lot of people are like, I believe all the science has been bought and paid for, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You can't trust any of it. Like they say, people who do the carnivore diet, after about 10 years, their penises will stop working. I don't see how that's possible because if you look at what the carnivore diet does, as long as you have oxygenated blood flow and your blood is flowing and it's oxygenated, you shouldn't have an issue with that. But again, scientists are saying, no, you definitely are going to have an issue with this. But again, this guy who's arguing with me, he's an elderly man. He's like in his 80s and I'm like, I don't think you understand. I said, I agree with your diet. I agree that meats and fat are necessary. I said, I don't think you understand my point, but I think that, I don't know. I'm trying to have an argument with a know-it-all, and you can't have an argument with a know-it-all, or a discussion, not even an argument, a discussion with a know-it-all, because they already know everything that you're going to say, or as I call it, they already know. Usually what I do for those type of people is I just go, you enjoy that thought. Enjoy, because you know everything already. Yeah, yeah. My thing is meat's good. You definitely need fats because your brain is fat and it's surrounded by a cholesterol and it runs off sugar. He's saying you gotta omit your sugar. And I'm like, the carbs or whatever. And I was like, well, what is your brain using for fuel? What are you feeding your gut bacteria? There's so many questions that go off in my mind if you're just gonna isolate one thing. But he's trying to argue too that if you eat nothing but vegetables, it's gonna kill your body. And I'm just like, you're an idiot, because plants have everything meat has, but plants have a little bit more. I think you need both. I really do. I think you need both plants and meats. I think you should just be well-rounded. Raw, cooked, but selfish, you should definitely have your raw veggies. I forgot about my coffee again. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Vibe. I 100% agree. Oh, I lost my spoon in my cup. See, I just use this stuff. Yeah, I think y'all are right on that. Meat's good as long as you buy it and it's not full of stuff. Yeah, well, I don't know if you should drop it on the internet chat because that's probably a bad thing. Text me. Hold on. Email me. Email me. My email is one word and it's spelled like how you would normally spell words. I'm not fancy like that. Inspire forever together. Oh, okay. Let me get paper first. Okay. Jim, did you see how much I put in my coffee? Is that why you're saying just a drop? Did you watch me put it in there? I put a little bit of creamer. Okay. I don't know if you can see it or not. A little bit. I had coffee till there, and then I filled the rest with creamer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I know I got me some blubber too. You need some of that. Okay, Vibe definitely saw what I put in my cup. I like half and half. But I don't have any dairy. Well, I don't think I have any dairy issues. Are you doing your cardio, Jim? You need to do your cardio. Oh, okay. At Gmail? Okay. Oh, because he wants to give me the phone number. And you never emailed me. But don't worry. I'm trying to file a trademark right now. Well, I did. And they're saying my trademark is abandoned. And I was like, what? How is it abandoned? Amy. Amy might have fell back asleep. Let's see. Amy. He lives in Georgia. He lives to the south of us, right outside of Atlanta. Georgia's a good state. I've never been, but I've seen pictures, and it's absolutely beautiful. Woohoo! Eating breakfast, I hope. New York. I know, I'm going to go to New York. Me and Amy went to New York. What was it? We went to New York in July and August because we had to pass through on our way there like crazed maniacs, and then we had to pass through again on our way back like tired, exhausted maniacs. We were so tired after our trip. We were so relaxed and happy. Putting your breakfast together. What are you having today? I eat breakfast. I cook breakfast for my daughter before she goes off to school. So we had potatoes with bell peppers and eggs and poached eggs. More crazed on the way there. Yeah, we were. And we spent the night in a parking lot because, well, why not? The Walmart and everything in the, what is it? Bangladesh? It's not Bangladesh. Bangor was closed. Ooh, PB&J. You race? Are you running, Jim? See, I don't think we should be running anywhere. I think we should be dancing our way there. We should dance our way there, guys. We're not running anywhere. Well, my kitchen, I destroyed it again. And I keep looking at it. Especially yesterday was hard. It was hard. After I got off my morning live, my thing, to run that far. You ran that far, Jim? No, I cannot condone that. That is too much. That's too much on your joints, babe. That's too much. Too much. That is too much on your joints. But I have my... all my life. Are you going to post it? I would love to see that. You know, I am all about food. I would love recipes. Gom he shabzi. You should, I call it gujab. You should write it how it should be, like spell it how it should be sounded out. Like if you were to sound it out, how would you? Actually, I'm going to take a picture of this because I kind of want to see what this is. There we go. Now this is my best friend. This thing. And this thing is my bestie. That's all my food up super quick. Fresh but lazy way to get your food done. I highly recommend getting one. My grandmother can even use this. What is para? Paramotor my way there. Thank you, Mufasa. I will, especially doing cooking videos, I really appreciate any dishes that y'all want to throw at me. I should do a subscriber dishes. Like, get enough ideas from my subscribers and then be like, hey, it's a subscriber dish thingamabooper. But my life will go back to normal. Hello, Mufasa. Yes, Mufasa. I know, this is Mufasa's second time back to this room. I'm very glad. We like our group of people we got here. I'm actually finding good people on the freaking internet, y'all. We should definitely write this down because I didn't think too many good people existed anymore. Oh, okay, I should have known that. That's how they get around the swamps in Louisiana. I call them the fart fans because the swamps can sometimes smell, and then they turn on that big fan on that motor, and if you're standing anywhere in the vicinity behind it, like even if they're just passing on the bayou, that smell is just going to get kicked up in your face. I didn't know that's what they were called. I know. It's a big fart fan. I love it. Hold on. Got my coffee I keep forgetting about. Y'all don't judge me. I get these once a month. These things are so good. I know they're full of toxins, but they're so good. I don't know. He was active and then disappeared. I think because Amy didn't respond. I think he was like, yep, screw these people. Amy's not here. We're done. Yeah, and I didn't even want to like do my I think he ran away. Yeah, I'll check it later. Yeah, he might be busy writing an email. I don't even think, did I give him my email? I might have. I think I said it. But nobody wrote to my email. I'm not that loved. Except the trademark office who says your trademark has been abandoned. You're screwed. If you want it back, you got to pay like $800. And then I was like, the whole entire process cost that. Why don't I just start it over again? But I didn't do something I was supposed to do. Ooh. Do y'all do Mufasa? Do y'all do things like black bean hummus? I am really big on black bean hummus. I just like black beans. Frying a mixture of aromatic herbs that define the dish is characterized by its vibrant flavor profile, which comes from fresh herbs and dried limes. I'm definitely going to have to try this now because I'm all about the fresh herbs. I'm taking pictures of all this too. Thank you, Mufasa, because I'm going to... I like making hummus. I'm a little leery about making the hummus with the chickpeas just simply because chickpeas have a poison until they're cooked. And a lot of it calls for just taking the chickpeas from the can and blending them. And I have no idea if those are cooked chickpeas or not. Sabra. Now, Jim, those boats only work on water, correct? Those boats with the fans behind them? I've never seen one on dry land. I'm sure it would work if it was on scooter wheels too, but they only work on my magnet broke, y'all. It fell off. I just gotta glue it back on, I guess. Really? Well, now you definitely have to come. That way I can see how this thing works. I am going to look that up. I like this song. There's a song that this sings that says it's "Hey Alexa, play Masterpiece by Abel Hart."
Here's Masterpiece by Abel Hart.
I love this song. It's you have to see the dance he does. No. Fart gang. Fart gang. We'll know when you're coming. Yeah. I know, spell correct will always screw you over. I ain't even trying to impress you. Fart ban. Yeah, I know. That's what I call them though, because on the bayous of Louisiana, if you the smell that came off some of those bayous, off those swamps, you can imagine it's a swamp or a bayou, what it would smell like. Oh, that's so sweet. How's your wife doing? When is she due? It's a vibe. Are you still here? I think there's 4 people in the room. How do you tell who's in your room? I don't think so. I'm not sure though, because I don't. He's disappeared. He probably had to go to the bathroom. I'm destroying my kitchen again. Now there's 5. Hey! I got this for Kylie. It's pure lemon, and I think you could make lemonade out of it because it's just lemon juice. A lot of lemon juice. She likes taking lemons, all of my lemons, and making lemon juice, but she uses like 6 lemons for 1 glass of lemonade. She takes and just squeezes the lemon until it's like this, puts a little bit of water into it, and then adds a ton of sugar, and that's her lemonade. And I'm like, back off my lemons, girl. She can use this, and she can use a less amount of this, I'm hoping, because I like my lemons. All right, Jim. Beet juice is really good too. It's good for your heart. All right, Jim, enjoy your workout and enjoy your day. We are gonna enjoy our cup of coffee. Finally, I made this. What, 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. She takes all my lemons, y'all. I bought lemons from Myers, and they're supposed to be organic and stuff. They had a coating, an anti-growth coating that they're now allowed to put on the fruit. It was still green, but done. Some of them were like still like greenish yellow on the outside, but like almost overly ripe on the inside. And then other ones stayed good until they rotted. I mean, not good, but hard until they started rotting, and they were still like rock hard. I don't know what they're doing to our food here, but I can tell you it's not normal. It's not normal at all. I have black cherry juice. I don't have any of that. Aww. You have stuff to do, Amy, today, correct? I don't think you can still go back to bed, can you? Did you sleep? Did you have a bad night's sleep? That happens. I can fully understand that. That's one of those, I just realized the time. I will be back in 1 second. 1 second. I just noticed the time. It's 10:37. I gotta wake my grandmother up because she has an antibiotic she has to take at 11. Yeah, that will make you tired. I'm sorry to hear that. I slept like a rock. I wanted to go see the Northern Lights, but I slept through them. Ooh, Mufasa, can you see the Northern Lights where you're at? Wait, let me go wake up Grandma. I'll be right back, guys. She was already awake. She was in the bathroom. She's ahead of the game. But you know what? You're going to have a beautiful day. And your appointment at 11:15 is going to go wonderful. It's going to go beautiful. Oh, you know that plant I planted for the butterflies? I have so many beautiful butterflies on it. Now, who's going to come volunteer to clean my kitchen? I'm taking applications. I pay in hugs. I pay in food. I will feed you. Wow, the cleaning of the or the who's gonna come clean my kitchen? Amy's like, wow, that's a bit much. But I was serious. Who's gonna come clean the kitchen? I need my kitchen clean. My doodle bugs normally will help me clean it, but we're both exhausted. Oh, you know my friend with cancer? Stage 4 cancer. He called me this morning. They thought it was everywhere, and did not qualify for surgery, but it's not. So they just have to take this part of his face off. What? When are you expecting your next one? 3 kids is the perfect amount. I have 1 kid. I don't plan on having any more kids. I wish I had 2, but I have 1. Well, I did when she was younger. It would have been easier for them to play together, and it wouldn't have been like mommy, mommy, mommy. It would have been like, oh, go play with your brother or sister. But I wouldn't change a thing. She's the best kid ever, but just 1. I'm not married or anything, so I just never went down that road, I guess, of having like a family with like a husband and kids. That just was not in the cards. I had my baby dues, and that's it. My ex was, a drug addict. Wasn't when I first got with him, nor was he most of our relationship. He got prescribed some pain pills from the doctor and just went south from there. And I had to leave because it was bad. So I have 1 baby, and she's 14. She's about to be 15 in December. I guess she just turned 14, right? And she's an angel. She's the sweetest kid ever. Everybody loves my daughter. She's the one that goes out of her way to help people. If she sees someone sitting alone at a lunch table at school, she goes over and goes, you know what, you should join my group. Come on over. She tries to make anyone who doesn't have friends, she tries to make them feel included, because she used to be that kid that sat alone at the lunch table and no one else would talk to her. I know, that's so sweet. When is she due? How are you gonna have a summer baby or a winter baby? That's so sweet. The 3rd kid. See, that's a beautiful amount of kids. 3 kids is pretty cool. I love that. I just got the 1, but she's so inclusive. Everybody loves her because she took kids who had no one and nothing, and she has this big group of friends that you wouldn't think would be friends with each other. Like one is like that goth vibe that's very dark, and then one's like taekwondo obsessed, like jiu-jitsu, and one's like this big nerdy girl who loves to just, she loves her books, kind of like I do, and she just loves to read and study. And they just, you wouldn't think that these, and they went to the mall together, and it was the funniest thing to watch because one of them wanted to go into Hot Topic, one of them wanted to go in the sportswear store, and one of them was like, I'm not going in Hot Topic like that, no. So but they were all, it was very sweet because, you know, being the outfit, the misfit is never, especially in school, kids are freaking mean. Kids are mean to each other, way too freaking mean. Hmm. Hmm. You'll know if it's going to be a girl or a boy. If she's carrying high, it's a girl. If she's carrying low, it's a boy. What do you want? A healthy baby. I know. But I was saying, do you have a preference of girl or boy? Whenever I ask, do you want a girl or a boy, the only answer should be, I just want a healthy child. You're absolutely right. That's what the answer should be, I think. Oh wait, I missed one. I just let my dishwasher. Hell yeah, Amy. Yeah, really. Yeah, I don't. One, I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at makeup. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm this, like this. Oh, I can do makeup. I just choose not to wear it. No, if you see me with a full face of makeup on, you would understand. Denise don't need to be or have any makeup on. I just think I look good. I mean, yeah, I'm, basically 40 years old, and I have a little bit of, stuff going on, but I think I'm still beautiful. Um, you know, but and in America, I'm not sure about over there, but in America, like the people who wear makeup get these big, huge black circles under their eyes because the stuff that seeps into their skin right here, and it like sits there. It's like a pocket of toxins. I can't get that. Or a lot of makeup. See, I used to try, I really did try makeup for a while there, but then I found out what was in it, what it did to the body, and the fact that I'd put it on and I'd, do, like, say I'd do my eyeliner and I'd open my eye and then I'd close it and I'd have the eyeliner like way up here, and I'm like, what did I do? It was more frustrating than it was anything else. I at least try to dress up pretty on my lives, have my hair done and stuff. But yesterday was such a hectic day. I just look like crap today. And we're just gonna. No. Amy's natural too. Amy looks great too. Amy's skin looks amazing. Really good. And she has no big black circles under her eyes. That's kind of the indicator. If you see someone walking around and they have these big black circles under their eyes, it might be allergies, but more than likely they use makeup. That's actually the first sign of allergies, is dark underneath your eyes. But if it's constantly there, like year round, that person wears too much makeup and they're poisoning themselves. Thank you, Mufasa. That is what, you have to look at the psychology behind makeup. So if you look and you have to understand what it must be like for someone who thinks that they can't walk out of their own home. Like, I can't leave the home because I don't have my face on. To think you are so unsatisfied with how you look that you can't even be seen in public without your clown war paint on. It breaks my heart that all these young girls that think that they have to have this makeup on to look good, or they don't look good without it, is really sad to me. It breaks my heart. It really does. Because to be able to live with that, to understand that you can't be seen on the internet or out of your house without all your makeup on, you're telling yourself you don't look good. And you're every day kind of concreting, okay, I have this insecurity, it looks bad. I have this insecurity, it looks bad. I have this insecurity, it looks bad. 20 years of doing that. I had a friend that got told in high school that her lips were too thin. So to this day, she draws her lips in. She like pencils them in like big and then fills it in and colors it all in. I'm like, that's kind of sad because you're beautiful. I don't care if you got pencil lips. You shouldn't, that doesn't define your beauty. It just, I don't know. It's really hard for me to see all these people do this to themselves. And then they're like, oh, I'm good. I feel great. And I'm like, do you really feel good? No. No, you can't. That's sad. That's really a sad situation that I love this song. This song, it's called Money. It's in the frequency of 888 hertz. That's the frequency of abundance. That's supposed to attract abundance to you. Back in the day, the Egyptians, the Aztec, the Incas, so many civilizations from the olden age or the stone age, whatever you want to call it, back before they had all this understanding and technology. You know how they used to treat cancers? With frequency. Different pitched frequency does certain different things to the body. It all makes sense. Do I believe in witchcraft? No. Do I believe in that the world was made with everything that we could possibly need on it and for us to thrive? Yes, I do. I do. I think it was all made in a design for us. That we wouldn't need any of the bad stuff, you know? Anybody got any plans today? Besides, I know Amy's plans. Amy has an appointment at 11:15. Amy's more than welcome to come over for hugs. Anyone else who needs a hug, my door's always open. Just make sure I'm home, because not all the time I'm not home. I am today, though. All day. All day. I am cleaning, and I have 4 papers due in English. 4 papers. So that's what I'm doing. I'm writing all my papers, and I have like 15 math chapters to do. Math class. Nobody wants math class. Nobody wants math class. Nobody wants math class, you know? I love this song too. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride through life. With my paper, I don't need help with my paper. Now, the kitchen. I do need help with the kitchen. My my paper. It's funny because I'm writing a thesis about all the stuff that I'm talking about on my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited. But yeah. If you feel like, but don't feel like you ever have to, Amy. If I ever ask for help, you don't have to actually help me. I do. You can ask anybody. I will be like grocery shopping, and I've got my music on, and I'm just like shopping with my cart. Just going. I just enjoy. Like, I don't do any of that, like, provocative dancing or anything. I'm just a goober, you know, just a goofball. But I do. I enjoy dancing. I enjoy music. I enjoy dancing. I enjoy just having fun. I do. I do. I really enjoy dancing. Do you enjoy dancing? The thing is, can you dance? Even though I don't think I can dance in my eyes. And that's what matters. If I think I look cool, that's all that matters. That's the only people that matter is me and what I think. And my family too, but you know. Loud ain't nothing wrong. Mm. Okay. That was weird. So, my relationship with God is good. It could be better. I've been slacking lately. So, I go to two different churches. I go to a Mormon church and I go to a Baptist church. Um, I'm a member of the Mormon church. Not actually a member of the Baptist church, but they have wonderful people there. Um, it could be stronger. Um, I was reading daily my scripture studies, and I have not been. Actually, me and Amy read the scriptures together, but we have been slacking. Well, I have been slacking. Um, so it's there, but it definitely could get better, to be honest. Definitely could get better. Not gonna even lie about it. Yeah. Yeah. Could be better. But I mean, if we honestly were to look at each and every one of everybody's, like, we could all do better than what we're doing on a daily basis, if that makes sense. I'm not saying anybody's doing a bad job. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we could definitely um, get a closer relationship, if that makes sense. But I'm not trying to say anyone's not close with God. I'm just saying, does that make sense? I don't want to insult anybody. That's not right. Mm. I have friends that no, I did not. Well, I'm not 100% familiar on the relationships, the Muslims' relationship and the religion. Yes, Amy's very close with God. Amy's got a good relationship. Now, do you believe Jesus, like we believe Jesus was the Son of God, or do you believe that he was like, some people believe that he was a prophet, but he wasn't the person we think he is? Um, what I find interesting is Jesus was supposed to be a Jew. However, the Jewish people don't believe that Jesus was a prophet or anything, or they don't believe he was the Son of God. He thinks he was just, I think they believe he's a prophet or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I just find it interesting that Jesus was a Jew, but his own people don't think that he was what he is. Hold on, I have to be right back. I have to check on Grandma. I just heard something. Hold on, guys. Okay, she just dropped something. Oh, 4. See, that's where I get curious because the Bible doesn't really talk about a whole lot about like our heavenly mother, I guess you would want to call her. I think that's beautiful. Now you're getting me curious. That's beautiful, though. See, I almost so is is Allah, and I hope I'm saying that right. And God like the same person, um, or am I not understanding? Because I honestly don't know too much about the Muslim religion. I know that it's beautiful. A lot of the children at my daughter's school are Muslim and they do Ramadan. And my daughter kind of supports them by she will not eat in front of them because or drink anything in front of them because she's like, can you imagine for over a month not eating during the daylight hours or not drinking during the daylight hours? She goes, that's incredible. And I'm like, yeah, that is incredible. That takes some determination. And I said, I bet you that's why their disease rates in Muslim communities are a lot less because they do Ramadan. Because that is like treating your body like the utmost beautiful temple that it should be treated as. So I find it beautiful, but I don't know anything about it, if that makes sense. Like, I respect it, and I don't know anything about it. So it's a vibe ran. He must have ran away. Is that what I do? People run away from me. And that's okay. And that's okay. You know, I just thought about our beliefs are close to those of Christians. The only difference is that we consider Jesus a prophet, not God. That's it. Oh, I love that. So Jesus was a prophet, but then who is God? That's the question, right? I mean, I guess I'm asking, who do y'all consider God? I'm actually on a kick. I believe, and this might sound silly, I honestly, honest to Pete, I believe in God, Allah, whoever the head of the food chain, right? That's what I'm gonna call it, the head of the food chain. Because I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. So the head of the food chain made everything. Made the earth, the sunlight, everything. Made it all. So then he made the grass, he made the wildflowers, the trees, the wind, he made all of it, the rocks, all of it. We take it and we rip it all up and build ourselves these fake prisons with windows, and we sit there and we're looking out of our prison at what God did create as we rip it up. We're going to have to pay for that one of these days. Destroying God's creation, all this ripping up the earth and doing all this, we will pay for that one day. There will be a price to pay for that. Because you can't, I saw them cut down a tree the other day, and I'm not one of those tree hippie huggers, but I'm one of those people, the tree was cut down, and it was literally, it got struck by lightning, and it was pretty much only connected like a piece like this. That piece that was connected was literally like bleeding almost. It was crazy looking to me. One in Islam, and he created everything. He has no son and was not begotten. Really? So, I don't mean to sound ignorant either. If I have a question, I'm going to ask it. That's how I get my knowledge. So, is Islam, is basically when you say Islam, do you mean Muslim when you say that? You mean like, oh. Now, do y'all believe in Adam, like the Adam and Eve garden thing that the Bible talks about? Which the first sin was food related. I'm just going to throw that out there. And I think that a lot of people sin with their food, and I don't think they understand that food is a sin. And the abuse of food is a sin. Well, food itself is not a sin, but the way we eat food and the way we did, the things that we do to food that are no longer food. Yeah. Food is, if you want real food, it's got to do two things. It's got to feed your gut bacteria and it's got to protect the liver. That's it. That's real food. And if it doesn't do either, your body does not recognize it as food. And it'll put it away. And, we're going to stuck this right here. We're going to stick this right here. We're going to stick this here. And then it's like you have all this unused food. Oh, this is Jesus. Yeah, see, that I was rereading that. So do y'all is it the belief that Jesus, now I'm going to have to pick up a book now. So Jesus was born without a father like Adam. Do y'all have the Adam in the Bible, in your Bible, that he was in the garden, he sinned, and then was cast from the garden because he sinned? That's important because I did not know they were so closely related. The belief system. I really do believe that all religions believe basically on the basis the same things. And I think we all want the same things: to go to heaven, excuse me, to be loved, to show love, and to be accepted in the kingdom at the end of life. I think we all have like minor differences in our religion that I think make a difference. But I think we all like, has defended his pure mother, Mary said. Aw, you should be kind to your mother. Baby, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's really pretty. I really like that. Well, see, that would definitely prove that he was a prophet. And reading that would be like, okay, definitely a prophet there. Now, do y'all believe there was only Jesus as a prophet? Or do you believe that there are, like we have the 12 disciples? Do y'all believe that there was more than just Jesus that was a disciple? Well, a sacred individual instead of disciple, because I think disciple can mean. So I was like, is that gray? Yeah, it's a gray hair. Okay. I have tons of gray hair. I just didn't realize that was right there. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I know. America, that's not the kids in America now need to be, I don't want to say beat, but I want to say some of them need a butt whooping for real. Some of the kids I see at my daughter's school and the way they treat their parents, I'm just, somebody needs to go freaking spank you or something, because there's something, beat the devil out of them or something, because some of these kids, the way they talk to their parents is terrible. Terrible. You can't, yeah, you can't do that. Ugh. That's beautiful, though. I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm one of those people that like to learn anything and everything. I have heard that. I have heard that. Do y'all kiss? Do y'all kiss at your mother's feet? I heard somebody say that they kissed at their mother's feet, but I don't know if they were Islamic or anything or Muslim. That's beautiful. Aww. See, I wish our religion did more about the women. There's a lot of different stories about the women of the Bible, but they don't really talk about the real powerhouses like the Heavenly Mother. They talk about Mary, but I wish they talk more about Mary. I wish they go into more detail. And that's one thing I really wish that our religion did. Was the mothers and the women are so important to be just lightly sea salt mentioned, so to speak. So like you sprinkle your salt on your food. That's how the women are sprinkled throughout the Bible. Just like a little bit here, a little bit there. And I wish there were more. I don't want to say information about the mothers in the Bible. Well, no, I do. I wish there were more stories and more information about the mothers in the Bible. I really, really, really do. Because, like you said, heaven lies under the feet of a mother. That's beautiful. I like that. I really like that. Well, y'all, I have about 10 more minutes of my live. And then I gotta start writing. Well, I am making chicken broccoli with a white sauce pasta for Kylie and Grandma's lunch for the week because I have to meal prep for them. Otherwise, my grandmother, she would just eat crap. And she can't afford to eat crap. She just can't. So I'm making a chicken. I haven't decided. I'm just going to kind of slop it together and call it, well, not, it's not slop together. That's rude. It's very much made with love. It's made with love, it'll be good. And if it's not, it's made with love, so it's wonderful. That's what I say. It's made with love, it tastes 10 times better than, anything else. I love that, though. I really do. Heaven lies under the feet of a mother. That's beautiful. As a mother, I think that's beautiful. And I really do. I really appreciate you sharing your religion and letting me ask questions. I really do appreciate that. I love that. Heaven lies under the feet of a mother. I really do love that. And again, I am grateful that you allowed me to ask questions too, because I have asked people religious questions before and I don't get met with love. Oh. Now here's a question. Okay, so sorry, hold on, my eye itches. So hold on, let me turn this down because that's a serious question. So my mother and me do not get along. And it's not because I don't want her as a mother. She doesn't want me as a child and never did. She abandoned me when I was 5. She's a weird person. She talked horrible crap about me. I've done nothing to her. I don't talk bad about her. I'm not disrespectful towards her. I don't know what I did, but I think it's because I look like my dad that she maybe holds that against me or something. My sister and my brother just refuse outright to even speak to her. She's torn their lives apart, not once, not twice, but like 20 times. It's sad. It's really a sad situation. But like when you say something like that, how would someone like me, I guess, be judged because the loving one parent is equal to believing in God? What if someone, no matter how hard you try to be in their life, that they don't want you in their life, and that's your parent? My dad and me are super close. I love my dad. My dad's the best parent I could have ever had. But my mother abandoned, disrespected us, did terrible things, and none of us are close to her. Does that follow as in like an exemption, like in or is it, if that parent decided not to be a parent, that they, my hair keeps getting in my eye, I'm sorry, y'all, that, loving one parent is equal to believing in God. That's beautiful, by the way. That is beautiful. And it does make me worry, though, because, again, I keep giving her time after time after time after time after time. Like when she found out my grandmother had pneumonia yesterday, you know what my mother told her? She goes, well, I guess you just need to start getting up at 8 a.m. and going to bed much earlier. That way you can spend most of your day sitting upright. And I was like, you don't know. She's upright all day long. What? And then she's got my grandmother all worried. She's like, no, I gotta wake up early. I can't wake up early and do, like, I don't do well with it. And I'm like, then don't do it. It's like, do what makes you happy, Grandma. At 95 years old, do what your body wants you to do. Don't force yourself to do something that your body's like, I can't do this. And she's like, literally last night at 10 o'clock at night, it was like 10:30, she was freaking out. Like, I can't wake up early. It's going to make me even sicker. And I'm like, why would she do that to her? My grandmother's 95 years old. She doesn't need that burden and stress of her kid telling her what she should and shouldn't do. And it's making her... She's toxic, my mother. She's a narcissist. I told her I was getting back into school, and she was literally so jealous I could feel it. I can't do anything without her attacking me in some form or fashion. And I try. Ask Amy. I try. I try all the time to be nice and to be loving and to extend the olive branch, so to speak. I try to do the right thing. She does not love me. It should say something about parents going to hell for abandoning their children. That's what it should say. Because you can't love somebody that don't want you. It's impossible. And it's really hard as a child to want your parents' love and to never have it because you're just not good enough, I guess. At 5 years old, that'll really mess with your head. It'll really mess with your head. I have about 2 minutes and I gotta end the live because I gotta feed grandma and I gotta make lunch for everybody. And I gotta make something for breakfast tomorrow. I normally cook my potatoes ahead of time, so we just warm the potatoes up and then I fry an egg or poach an egg, whatever. And that's my effort at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not much effort, but it works for us, and she's fed and nutritious. Oh, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Yes, parents do make mistakes, but Allah has commanded us that if you have no right to disrespect them, even if they are infidels, Allah has issued a strict command. See, I try not to, and I don't. I just stay away from her. But see, that's a unique situation, right? Because, hold on a second. If they're not people that you can, I always try to be the bigger person in any situation. I'm coming, Grandma. Grandma's getting breakfast. What you having for breakfast, Grandma?
No idea. I didn't get anything.
Well, you got oatmeal, but I didn't think you were going to have oatmeal today. And you got the muffins, do your Egg McMuffin. And they did not have cheese yesterday at that store.
Didn't they?
No. They did not. You want help?
I don't feel good.
I can tell. You need to do your breathing exercises. Try to open those lungs up and get some of that fluid out. That's Grandma, y'all. She's not feeling. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, that's true. That's my grandmother. That's my mom, too. Because she stepped up as my mom. So that's my mama. Well, that's who I have a relationship with as being my mama. Hold on, we'll see if she needs help. want me to make you something for breakfast?
No, where's my yogurt? I'll just have yogurt.
In the bottom drawer. You got black cherry and peach. I would have got you 2 peaches, but they didn't have it. Now remember, you can't have your yogurt and your antibiotic together. That's I almost forgot. You want a piece of toast?
I guess that's what I'll have to have until I can get that and my pills fill down. There's no place.
It's Activia. That's what she said to get. She's on really, really strong antibiotics. I will. Prayers are always, pray for her too. And I shall pray for you. Well, you have to separate your yogurt and your antibiotic by several hours.
Okay. Let me just fix myself a slice of toast.
Okay. I'll get the jelly for you. Jelly's not even in the fridge. Hello. Actually, could she call you right back? It's Alicia, right? Okay, I'll have her call you back. Okay, bye. Alicia was trying to contact you, Grandma.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Grandmothers are the best thing in the world. That's beautiful. You know, that's actually them. I believe that. If you see, when your subconscious shows you a vision of a loved one that's passed away, I really believe that that's them. Being able to see your family in your dreams, I really believe that that's their spirit. And I know that's not going to vibe with any, maybe it will, I don't know, with any religion, but I believe it's them. I believe it's their spirit. I believe it's them comforting us. Let me get her some jelly. You want blackberry?
Yeah.
Grandma, you look so bad.
I was up until 4 o'clock this morning.
Why were you up till 4?
I was cramping and everything, and finally at 4 o'clock I figured I gotta get up and sit. And my bowels moved and I went back into bed.
I can't open a can.
I put this chair down to the little now.
I got it. This is why I need to go find myself a husband, right? Because I can't open ding dang jars. So, you're welcome. Alright, guys, I have to go. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for that, because we need that right now. Prayers being answered. It's a hard day. And thank you, Mufasa. I hope to see you again. And thank you for letting me ask questions freely and answering them freely. That means a lot. Because not everybody can answer a question when we ask one. So thank you very much. And everybody enjoy their day, and thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and I hope your day is better than, because you got good vibes. Thank you. Bye, guys.